Yeah, I am opening this material now. Wait. So this is the last class for solving that objective problems now. Good morning, ma. Yes. So now we are solving question number 101, Nana. 101. No? Yes. See, what they are given? The graph between displacement x and time t for a particle moving in straight line is shown and figure. During the interval OA, AB, BC and CD, the acceleration of a particle is okay. See here, displacement and time. Here displacement, here time is given, na? Okay. So graph is first an inclined line, straight line, then somewhat inclined like this. Then still somewhat. Then again like this. Yes. O, A, B, C and D. So this is what they are given now. Now what we want now? We want acceleration from this graph. From this graph we want acceleration. So what they are given? They are given displacement and time. Correct? Yes. We want acceleration, na? Now they are given displacement and time. We know the slope of displacement and time. Slope of displacement and time graph gives what, na? Displacement by time, change in displacement by time, that is nothing but velocity. Correct? Yes. Slope V gives us displacement. Whereas if you take the area, you won't get any quantity. So no need to take area. Just take displacement, slope, so that you will get a velocity. Okay? Yeah. See here, during O to A in this path, OA path. So what you are getting, Nana? See here, this slope is positive. Delta y by delta x, this is positive value, correct? And that too, it is what it is saying is this is a straight line passing through the origin. Means this is a uniform motion. Means velocity is constant here. During the path O to A, velocity is constant. You know this point already because displacement in time graph for constant velocity is like this. No? Yes. So when velocity is constant, then what will happen to acceleration? Acceleration will be zero. No? So for OA, acceleration should be zero. Okay? Because they are asking acceleration. So check with this first option only. Let us check with the first option only. O to A. Plus minus. Okay. Acceleration is velocity is going on increasing here. O to A velocity is going on increasing. So we can say that acceleration is positive. So your option should be first option or third option. Among these two options should be there. Now you should check from first to third. Okay? Clear? Now come to B to C, A to B, see AB, this. So all are 0, 0, 0 is 0 is there. So no need to consider this. Okay, na? Now go to BC, this part. BC part it go. This BC part, what it is showing here? What it is showing? See, BC part, this slope has decreased, no? Compared to this, slope has decreased. Correct? Yes, slope has decreased. Here it is like this, whereas when compared here, it will be somewhat decreased. Slope decreases means velocity decreasing. Velocity decreasing means acceleration is negative. It should be their option. Okay, check option. Yeah. Yeah. See, third option is here. Yes. Fourth option, CD both are correct. Yes. So your option should be 3 nana. Third option is right answer. Okay. How I am explaining for you this? C slope. Positive is there or negative is there? Just that point is enough. Okay. Yeah. I am moving to next question. 1 or 2. The variation of velocity of a particle moving along a straight line is illustrated in the figure. Variation of velocity of a particle moving along a straight line. Velocity and time graph they are given. The distance traveled by the particle in 4 seconds. Very simple question. You need to find area under the graph. Area under the graph you need to find because they are asking distance. Velocity and graph they are given. So it is very easy question. Find area, you get the answer. Nana. Find up to 4 seconds area find. So what to do? This triangle area plus this rectangle area plus this square area and this rectangle area and this square area. Then you will get the answer. This is also rectangle. If you take, yes, you can find the answer. Okay. So I am taking this data on this board. So 10, 20 first. Here 10. Here 20 given. Okay. It is in meter per second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. This is time in seconds. This is velocity in meter per second given. Okay. Now, how it is the graph? A, B, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes. This is A given. This is B given. Next, 310. This is C given. Next, this is D given. Okay? Yes. If you want, you can take this horizontal line. If you want. Okay. Now, I hope, I think some students they have given answer. 55 they are giving, one student has given 55, one student has given 80. Okay, let us check. So all the areas we need to find them. That's it. Okay. What is the area here? Triangle. Half into base. Base how much? 1 second. Into height. Height how much? 20. So answer is 10. 10 meters here in this triangle. Why to calculate in a big manner? Okay. I am giving in direct answer. First, this is a triangle. Area of a triangle is half into base into height. Half into base is 1 second into height is 20 meter. So 2 tens are 20. So 10 meters it is. Next, length into breadth area. So this is 2 to 1 is 1 second. So 1 into this height is 20 meter. So this is 20 meter. This is second meter per second. Second cancel, you get meter. Next here, if you want, you can take this trapezium, sum of the parallel sides into height. Okay, half into sum of the parallel sides. One side is 20 plus other side is 10 into height. Height is 1 second into 1 into 1. Correct? This total area I am taking. This total area. This total area. Half into sum of the parallel side. This side plus this side. This side is 20 given. This side is 10 given. Okay. This side is 10 given. So height is this 3 to 2 is 1 second again. So you get half into 30 means 15 meters. Correct? 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 by 2 is 15. Next this is 1 second and this height is 10. 1 into 10 is 10. So total add 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 15, 45, 45 plus 10, 55. Yes, 55 meters is the answer. Distance is equal to 55 meters. Good. Afzal has given good. Very good. 55, 55 they are saying. Good. Then what mistake you have done, Nana? So option 3 is right answer, Nana. Yes, this is the right answer. Okay. Next. Moving to next question. See, which of the following velocity time graph represents uniform motion? Abhay is saying, sir, your voice is not audible. Why? Is it happening for all the students? Is it same problem for all? No, everything is perfect here. My audio is not clear. What is the problem? Okay. So question number 103. Which of the following velocity time graph represents uniform motion? Uniform motion it should represent. Okay. So uniform motion. Varun is saying that now clear, sir. Okay. Okay, Anna. Option 4. Afzal is saying that wait. Abhay saying 1. Afzal is saying 4. Okay. Uniform motion. Uniform motion means velocity should be constant, Anna. They didn't say uniform velocity. They said uniform motion. Uniform motion. For uniform motion, what is the graph for uniform motion? First, let me draw the graph for distance and time. Uniform motion, distance and time. Uniform motion, distance and time graph is like this. Uniform motion. This is called as uniform motion. What is uniform motion? Uniform motion is nothing but if the distance traveled by a body in a particular time is equal. If a particle, if an object, if a vehicle covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion of a body is called as uniform motion. Yes. So this is the graph for uniform motion, distance and time. Now from this graph, what you will understand? From this graph, you can say that velocity is constant. Yes or no? So velocity constant means if you draw a velocity and time graph, you should take a graph like this. Constant velocity, no. By changing the time, velocity should not change. Then only graph will be like this. If velocity increases, it will be like this. Velocity decreases, it will be like this. Okay? But we want straight line only because uniform motion. Means velocity should be constant. Velocity constant means this should be the graph. Yeah. Got it? So which is correct option? Yes. Option 1 is right answer. Yes, this is the option 1 is right answer. Option 2 is showing that velocity is increasing, means positive acceleration. Option 3 showing that velocity is decreasing, means negative acceleration. Option 3 showing that velocity is uniform velocity, means it is having some constant acceleration, positive constant acceleration. Here positive acceleration but it is not constant. Here acceleration is positive but it is constant. Here velocity is constant. So this is uniform motion. This option 1 is uniform motion. Got it? Next. Question number 104. So 104 it is, which of the following velocity time graph shows relativistic situation for a body in motion? See this graph you take, see at one particular time, here see this line. This line indicating that at this time of interval, it is having 1, 2, 3 different velocities at one particular instant of time. It never happened. No? Yes. So option A is wrong. Already we have discussed. Yes or no? So if at a particular instant of time, 2-3 events cannot happen. So 2-3 velocities a body cannot have. So option 1 is wrong answer. Next, option 2C, velocity. See here, time is increasing. Velocity increases first, then decreases, then increases. So it may happen. Okay. Next, option 3C. Option 3 also. See at this particular interval of time, or at this particular interval of time, it is having two different values of velocities. So it is also not possible. It is also not possible. No, yes. At a particular instant of time, it is having two velocities. So it is not possible. Next, here see, here also same problem occurs here. At one particular instant, it is having two velocities. It is also not possible. So which is correct realistic situation? Option B is perfect. Option 2, no, Sanjeev, option 2, not option 4. Okay, yeah, 1 not 4, option 2 is right answer. Option 4, circle is there. Draw one perpendicular line. On that perpendicular line, at one particular instant of time, it is having two velocities, no? Yes. It is having two velocities at this, here, and here. Two velocities it is having. It is not possible. Clear? So, option 2 is the right answer, Anna. This is the right answer. Next. 105. The acceleration time graph for a body is shown in figure. Corresponding velocity time graph. This is a type of question what we have discussed in last class. See, first the acceleration is constant. Constant acceleration means velocity time graph should be a straight line passing through the origin. So it should be option 3 or option 2. Between these two, okay? And 1 and 4 is wrong. Why wrong? Because acceleration is positive constant. But here velocity is decreasing, not possible. Here also velocity decreasing, not possible. Now, next what happened now? Acceleration is 0 here, means this is 0 origin, here is the origin. So here acceleration is 0. Acceleration 0 means velocity should be parallel to, velocity line should be parallel to time axis. No? Yes. So this should be the case. Yes, this should be the case. Next, again third part, see, acceleration again positive constant. But here see, it is decreasing. So this is wrong answer. It is increasing. So it is right answer. Option 3 is right answer. Abhay, check options once. Option 3 is right answer. Option 2 is wrong. Option 3 is right answer. Clear? Why, sir? Because here this is positive acceleration, 0 acceleration. Here positive acceleration. So positive acceleration this is, 0 acceleration this is, and positive acceleration again. So total finished. So how many questions are there? Yes, so many questions are there still. Next, question number 106. The velocity time graph for a He is asking that A is parallel to y-axis. Sorry, something he is asking. He is asking that why? What A is equal to 0? It is parallel, sir. A is equal to 0. Yes, it is parallel. Parallel means what? Constant. The 2 it is 0 here. Here 0 it is. Because it is on time axis. Means along y-axis, the value is 0 here. That's why. Going to question number 106. Velocity time graph for a moving object is shown in figure. The total displacement of an object during the time interval when there is a non-zero acceleration and retardation is. I'll enter this data now. Where you are having non-zero acceleration and where you are having retardation. For this total, you want displacement. Okay? Yeah. So the graph. This is 20 and this is 40 and this is 30. It is time axis. And here somewhere 50 is also there. This is time in seconds. No, yes. This is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. This is 4, here 2, here 3 is there. And this is velocity in meter per second. Okay. 50 meters. Okay, let us check. So what we want? We want total displacement. We want when? We want total displacement. When it is during the time interval when there is a non-zero acceleration. Acceleration should not be zero and there should be retardation. Retardation should be there. So at that time interval, what is the total displacement? They are asking. Okay. Now, see, non-zero acceleration where it is there. Acceleration should not be zero. Means see here velocity time graph. This indicates what na? Here acceleration is zero. Yes or no? Yes. Here also acceleration is zero because they are parallel. Means these two time intervals we should not consider. Now, non-zero acceleration is there. Yes, non-zero acceleration is there. And retardation is there. Yes, here retardation is there. This is positive acceleration. This is negative acceleration. Yes. Positive acceleration will be slope will be like this. Negative acceleration means slope will be like this. Okay? During this interval, we want area under this curve. Okay? Area is half into base. Base how much is 20 to 40 is 20. Into height. Height how much 1 to 4 is 3. No? 2 ones are 2 tens are. Yes. 30. Observe he is saying 50. Half into base into height na. What total, right? What total you want? They are saying that total displacement of an object during the time interval when there is a non-zero acceleration and retardation. Afzal is saying that option is 50. Why Afzal? What calculations you have done there? One or six. Question number 106. I'll go to question number 106. Option 2. 50. Okay. Here positive acceleration is there. First let us calculate only this area. Only this area let us calculate. This area let us calculate. Area under this curve. Okay. So this is This is the curve. Half into base. Base is 10 into height. Height how much है? Height is 1 to 4 is 3. 2 ones are 2 5s are. That is a 15. And this also fine. Again half into base. Base is again 30 to 40 is 10 into height is again 1 to 4 is 3. 15. No? Yes, 5. So 5 is 15. 15 plus 15 is 30. Yes, perfectly what we have got correct. Option 3 is right answer, Anna. Check once. Let it be they have given fourth second option, but option 3 what we are doing calculation it is correct. Away, sir, rectangle below triangle is considered. Why? 20, 30 plus 20. Yes. Wait, Anna. Yes. Wait, man. See, the velocity time graph for a motion moving object is shown in figure. Total displacement of a object during the time interval when there is a non-zero acceleration and retardation. Yeah. So this area I am not considering here. Yes, this is also we should consider. This is a rectangle, and this will be this is 20, and this is 1. 2 into 20 is 20. 20 plus 30. Yes, total 50 meters. Yes, option 2 is right answer. Yeah. So small conceptual mistake here. This total area we should consider. This also we should consider, and this also we should consider. Okay. Yeah. So total area. Yes, this total area we should consider. Yes, this total. Okay. So option 2 is right answer. Yes, observe, you are correct. Next, the velocity time graph of an object is shown. The displacement during the interval 0 to t4. 0 to t4 displacement. See, very simple question it is. Displacement if you want means lower areas we should subtract and upper areas we should add. And however this area we should not consider because it is t5. So your answer should be area of A minus area of B plus area of C minus area of D. So where is the option? Area of A is there. Yes, 4 options are there. Minus area of B should be there. Minus area of B, here it is. No? Yes. Next, minus area of plus area of C. Yes, plus area of C is there here. Minus area of D. Option only not there. Sir, rectangle below triangle is considered. Why, sir? Sorry. Observe. Second option is correct. C. Area of A plus area of C minus area of B plus minus area of D. Yes. Second option is perfectly it is. Good. Okay. Yeah, it is very easy question. Next, going to question number 108. Take it important and JEE students and also. A particle starting from rest. It is acceleration at a time t is equal to 0 is 5 meter per second square given. At time t is equal to 0, acceleration is given 5 meter per second square, which varies with the time as shown in figure. The maximum speed of a particle will be. Take it and round it. Important. This type of questions. JEE students, you have to practice more. And however, it is important for me also. Important question. So I am entering data. They are given acceleration and time graph. This is time and this is acceleration they are given. And the graph is like this. Here they are given is 5 meter per second square. No? Yes. 5 meter per second square given. Okay. Now what we want to know? Here is 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Maximum velocity, maximum speed of a particle. Maximum speed of a particle. Okay. This is V1. See. acceleration time graph given, we want speed or velocity. So what you have to do to get a required value? Take area under this graph. What it will gives you? Slope of AT graph gives you what? Slope. That is nothing but A upon T. Correct? Y by X is the slope. What it will gives you? It will gives you A value is 5 meter per second square upon. Sorry, why I am taking slope? We should take area, no? Take area, no? Sorry, take area. A by T gives you jerk, but area take A into T gives you velocity, change in velocity T gives. So we want that velocity only. Okay? So that's why take area. Area gives you A. What is the area of this graph? Area gives you half into base into height. Base is 6 seconds into height is 5 meter per second square. Okay, 2 ones are 2 threes are. Yes, this area gives you 3 5s are 15. Correct? Yes, 15 meter per second. It is the value. Here second, here meter per second square. Second square, second cancel. You get meter per second is the answer. Okay, this is what area. Area of AT graph gives you what? Change in velocity. V minus U. No. Yes. But they are saying that at time t is equal to 0, particle is starting from rest. U is 0. So V value should be 15 meter per second. Yes, it's simply the answer. Yes. Maximum number of students they are sending answer 15, 15, 15. Yes, good now. So option B is right answer, Anna. See, option B is right answer. Good, very good. Next, question number 109. Two questions are there. Let us do fast. A train accelerates from rest at a constant rate alpha for a distance x1 and time t1. After that, it retards at a constant rate beta for a distance x2 and time t2 and comes to rest. Which of the following relation is correct? Tick it. It is also important. What they are saying? They are saying that a train is accelerating from rest. Okay. For first train, acceleration. Initially, it is starting from rest. Accelerating at a constant rate alpha. Acceleration for the train is alpha they given. And it is accelerating for a time t1 for a distance of x1. This is the data given for first. After that, after this time t1, after the time t1, it retards at a constant rate beta. The acceleration of the train becomes beta. Retardation is minus beta. For a distance of x2, it is retardation, and this retardation is happening for a time of t2. Now, which of the following relations is correct? Now, the relations we have to get from these all. Okay? Yeah. Let us take that values all. Okay? Let us try for that. So let us check now. See, we are having this data. First, initially there is a train is moving. Initially, it is at rest position. Now, as it is moving, this comes into acceleration of value alpha, and it is moving for a time of t1, and so that it can cover a distance of x1. Then thereafter, after covering a distance x1, after a time t1, it starts deaccelerating. Means its velocity is decreasing, and due to that, it will cover a distance of x2. They are saying, and this will happen for a time of t2. Yes. Final velocity of a body, let us imagine becomes 0. Let us imagine. Okay? Clear? Yeah. So, what we can do from this is, let us find final velocity for this. V is equal to u plus 80 below. Correct? So, the final velocity for this velocity is different. What I am discussing, this is second case. For this case, I am saying final velocity for this will be equal to 0 plus alpha t1. Are you getting? So velocity v is equal to alpha t1. This is the velocity. This is moving now. Okay na? So this velocity v1 I think v1 for first part. This is second part. And one more relation we want because distance is given. We know S is equal to ut plus half a t square. S is x1 is equal to, this is 0, half alpha t1 square. Okay, let us keep this equation also with us. Okay, clear? Okay, now for this, come to this part. Initial velocity of the particle is v1 now, because only one vehicle, only one train only they are saying. First it is accelerated, got the velocity of v1. Now at that v1 it is starting de-accelerating, means its initial velocity for the second case is v1. Again use the formula, v is equal to u plus at. Final velocity is becoming 0, u is v1 plus acceleration is minus beta into time v2. Correct? Yes. So here from this we can get v1 equal to beta t2. Correct? Yes, minus it will come this side. No? Plus into minus minus beta t2, it will become t2 here down. Okay? So v1 will become beta t2. This is the one equation. And again applying this equation, s is equal to ut plus half a t square. So distance is x2 they have given is equal to u is v1 t2 plus half into beta minus beta t2 square. This is very lengthy equation, so that's why I use one more equation instead of this. That equation what I am using is s is equal to vt minus half a t square. We can use this also. Okay, we can use this also. Two equations now. S is equal to ut plus half a t square if initial velocity is known, or s is equal to vt minus half a t square when final velocity is known. So that only I have used. So because I know the final velocity is 0, so that's why it will become 0. Half into minus beta is minus beta. So plus beta t2 square. Okay na? Clear? Yeah. Now from these all four options, let us check the options. Options are how they have given. x1 by x2 they have given. Okay. x1 by x2 take. What is x1 by x2 nana? x1 value is half alpha t1 square upon x2 value what nana? Half beta t2 square. Half of cancel, t1 t2 values still don't know, but we have seen alpha t1 beta t1 these two are equal. v1 equal to alpha t1, here also v1 equal to beta t2. From these two we can say alpha t1 equal to beta t2 we can take. Yes or no? That means alpha t1 equal to beta t2, no? Here substitute, we get x1 by x2 is equal to alpha t1 into t1 by beta t2 into t2. Can we write this? Alpha t1 square, we can write alpha t1 into t1. Are you getting Nana? Alpha t1 square we can write alpha t1 into t1. Beta t2 square we can write beta t2 into t2.